Well, I'm about 8 k's from, or 8 kilometres from Charters Towers here in North Queensland. I've passed this boat quite a few times, but this is typical of Australian humour. Someone's put this flat bottom boat here, and it's a hell of a long way from water. Anyway, I've still got a long way to go, so I better get into it. Well, apart from the flies, it's very quiet here apart from some birds. But as you can see, for those who watch my videos, I've got a new car. I bought a 2005 Mitsubishi GLXR, my first four-wheel drive vehicle, and I'm very, very happy with it. Smooth ride, like it is 8 years old, but I'm not too concerned with that. It has been treated well. My son fitted the snorkel for me and 4 shockies, and he put the roof racks on as well. Yeah, it's got the Rhino canopy on the back, and it's exactly what I wanted. And I've got no complaints about it at all. Money well spent, I reckon. But I found a good camp here. Now there's a lot of dead trees around and a lot of you know, like debris on the ground. So there's more than likely there may be snakes around here. But I'll try and clear an area as best I can, because like 99 times out of 100 you never see the snake, but it's seen you and it's gone the opposite way. But anyway, I better start pulling out my gear and getting it set up, because I want to get out and start detecting, see what I can find, see what I can recover. Not that I care whether I do anything, it's just being out here. It's just total silence apart from the odd bird, the flies and the wind in the trees. It's beautiful. Anyway, instead of me talking, I'm going to go get down and do a bit of work. Till later. Well, as you can see, I've set my tarp up. I actually got a new stove as well. Now the reason why I picked this stove is because it's got a griller in it. Toasted cheese sangers, mate. Best thing you can have for brekkie and for tea. Now, I wanted these, I didn't know where to find them, so I hopped on eBay and there it was. It's one of the wind-up radios. Okay, it's got a clock in it, and it can run on batteries, and it's also a torch. But what it does is you wind it up for 90 seconds, and it'll stay on for 20-25 minutes. And all you got to do is wind it up. It's an excellent radio for, well, up this way for cyclones. It goes in my cyclone kit, same as the gas stove and the esky. And well, I got a new chair as well. I've got practically everything new because well, my wife and I think we deserved it after all the labour we've done over the years. But yep, it's a nice breeze here at the moment. I might sit down and have a cold drink, and then I'll go and see if I can find anything around this local area. But these are my weapons of the mass destruction. Okay, on the left I've got my Minelab Xterra 705, and on the right I've got my Sovereign XS. I bought it brand new in 1996, and it's never failed me, but it's my backup detector at the moment. And I think it'll do well here if I need it. But anyway, I'm going to sit down and have a cold drink, so when I do start walking around and seeing what I can get, and if I do get anything, you'll be the first to know. Okay, I'll get into it. Well, I've been detecting for about 15 minutes now. My first target, and it was a coin, and it was a 1 cent piece, 1966. But I've just picked up a beautiful musket ball here, and it's very weighty. You know, it's pure lead. I don't know whether it's been fired or not, it's just dropped, but that is a great find. I'm detecting here because someone with a bulldozer has cleared the scrub, so I'm able to get to those targets that I might have missed if they hadn't done it. So I'm going pretty well. I've got a beautiful musket ball, and she is going in my pocket. Anyway, I'll better get back to it. Well, last night, before I finished detecting about 8 o'clock, I picked up this beautiful musket ball, but I was on probably my third swoop after recovering that, and I got a beautiful signal, and it's the first silver coin I've got in this area. It'd be for nearly 18 months, and it's also dated the same date the last coin I found. It's 1873, and this one has got a die number of 59 on it, as I can look at it. I'll have to get my proper magnifying glass on and find it, but yep, a couple of good finds there, and I hope they continue. Anyway, time me to get off my backside and go and swing the coil. Well, good morning. As you can see, it's a beautiful day here in North Queensland. It's very dry around here. There is absolutely, well, not much grass, and normally this is maybe a metre high. Okay, the grass, so I can get into some places I've never been able to get into detecting. But I didn't have too much of a successful day so far. Okay, all I've got there is a bit of metal on the left. The coin, believe it or not, is a decimal 1 cent coin. Then I've got a nail, a blob of lead, a small bullet around 32 calibre, and a 22. So that's all I've managed to pick up today, but hopefully, okay, I can run my coil over something good. But regardless of what I find, just getting out here is half the fun. Anyway, I'll just start getting back into it. I'll see you later. Well, I just got a very high signal here. It's a 42. Don't know whether you can see that. Looks like a button. Anyway, I'll just see what it is. Just wait one. Ground is very, very hard. There we go. Yep, it's a stud. See that? Anyway, if one of those is around, it might be something else. So I better get back into it. Well, I've been detecting all day today, and I've got a couple of buttons and other bits of rubbish, but the targets are few and far between, and I just dug these two bullets. One, okay, as you can see, is a pistol bullet. This one here is more likely a ball out of a pistol or a small rifle, but you can see the circle on the rear of it. That's where it's been rammed down the barrel with the rod, and then it's been fired. So that's history itself there. Look at it. You know that this one was used. Someone over 100 years ago, more than likely, rammed that in, fired it, and then I come along with my detector and I pick it up. That is the history, and that's why I love this hobby. But I'll tell you what, I'm very tired. I'm covered in sweat. Flies have been giving me hell. It's very dry out here. Been drinking plenty of water, plenty of fluids, and I'm getting there, but I'll be glad to put my feet up tonight. Very tired, but I'm very happy because I've saved some history. Anyway, I'm going to keep going for a couple more hours. See you later. These are some of the finds I got this afternoon. The old 22 long. I honestly don't know what this is. When I first saw it, I thought it might have been, you know, a percussion cap for a pistol or something. Anyway, I thought this was a nugget when I first got it. The one thing that's on my bucket list, it's to get a nugget. Anyway, you saw when I recovered these two bullets. Okay, the round ball, musket ball, whatever you want to call it, and then the other bullet. Well, I'd filled the hole in, and I'd run my coil over it before I filled it in. I didn't get any signal. After I'd filled it in, I got another signal. I had to open the hole again, and this little ball was in it. So I believe they're 3 pistol balls. Well, 1 bullet and 2 balls. but this smaller one's a drop one because it hasn't been rammed in any barrel like the centre one has. Yep, but that's me for the day. I'm going to have a cold drink. I'm absolutely exhausted, and I'm going to get back into it again tomorrow. The sun's going down now, it's about 20 to 5. Yeah, there's a cold drink in my little esky, and I'm going to get into it now. Anyway, till tomorrow. Now I've been detecting at the Goldfields probably about 13 years now, and I've detected a lot of different things: bullets, musket balls, knives, half a bayonet, you know, like scraps of metal, coins, Chinese coins, you name it, I've found it. But this is the first time I've ever found one of these on the Goldfields. Why it's doing here, or what it's doing here, I honestly don't know. But that is a first for me, and I think it'll be a first for any person metal detecting on the Goldfields. But yeah, this is the weirdest find I've ever made. Probably about 200 odd kilometres from the water. That is the Pacific Ocean, the Coral Sea, and it's the first time I've ever found one of these, so it's definitely out of place. Anyway, I'm going to get back into it. It's very warm here today, but there is some shade every now and then, and I'm not having much luck with the finds, but if they want me to find them, I'll run the coil over them. Anyway, I better get back into it. Well, I got a good signal here, so I dug myself a little hole, and I got one of these buttons here. Anyway, I ran the coil back over the hole again, got another hit, so I dug another button. And I ran the coil over it again, and bang, got the third hit, which was the small cuff button at the top. But yeah, that's some of the best finds I've had today. But I did observe just down here when I crossed the creek, I saw this looked like a crow's wing lying on the ground, and I looked up about half a metre further than that. I reckon he would have been 1.5 metres brown snake, but he was more scared of me, but we both went our different ways, and I wouldn't like to get struck by one of them out here when I'm by myself, because I might as well just stick my head between my legs and kiss my backside goodbye. But that's the risk I take. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the camp for a bit of a break soon, but excuse me, that was a good find. 3 targets into one hole. Well, this is the same hole that I got the 3 buttons from. Anyway, I got another good hit, and that buckle's still in situ. But I think I may have another find in here as well, because I've got another signal. Anyway, I'll see how I go. Well, that's the buckle I just recovered. It has got some writing on it, but I'll have a closer look at it when I get back to camp. But I'm just going to see if I've got another find in here, and if that is a yes, it'll mean I've got 5 finds in the one hole. But anyway, I'm going to get back into it. Well, they're the finds so far I've got out of this hole. Now I've just dug another find. I don't know whether you can just see poking out of the soil there. It's the side of another button, and I think I've got another signal in there as well. So as soon as I find out, I'll let you know. Well, there you go. I've got 5 targets into one hole, so that's not too bad. So I've recovered a little bit more history from the Australian Goldfields. Anyway, I'll go on for about half an hour, and I'll make my way back to camp and put the old feet up for a while. Anyway, I'll see you later. Well, we've got a storm coming over, and the sky's very grey, and we've got a few spots of rain, and I'm just going to have to do a bit more securing of my tarp so it doesn't get blown away. But yeah, it's getting quite windy now, but luckily enough, I think most of the storm is about 10 k's straight ahead. So with a bit of luck, well, my camp won't get the most of it, but I'll make sure that it's secured, so whatever needs to go in the car will go in the car, and I'll just keep an eye on the tarp. Anyway, with a bit of luck, it won't hit me. Well, you can see there's a few clouds up there. We had a big rainstorm about an hour ago, and the ground has already soaked it up. But what I want to do is, you're going to have to enjoy this with me. I've just dug a target. I've been pretty depressed most of the day because I haven't been getting much. And then I dig this. Okay. You got one part of the belt, and then you've got this part. Look at that. It's a cricket belt. It looks like a bowler coming in, a fella standing at the wicket, and you've got the wicket keeper. It's got the bat and the balls down the bottom. I'm absolutely ecstatic. Look at the back of it. That is just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'll tell you what, when I get it cleaned up, I'll get it out and I'll show you again after I've fixed everything up. But yes, this is a find of the day. Well, this trip really. And if I don't better this, I don't really care. Look at that, just absolutely beautiful. And this is a great bit of history. That's the best buckle I've found. Well, I got with the other two really good ones I've got. But yeah, I'm very, very ecstatic. I'm just going to finish around this area. You can see the size of the hole I dug, and I'm quite honestly, I'm very, very surprised with the size of this that I didn't give it a good whack, but I didn't. And I'm very, very happy at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to see what else is around here. Anyway, I'm going to get back into it. Well, hi everyone. I've been detecting here only for about 10 minutes. There's a fair bit of iron in the area I am now, like the old throw off from the diggers. But you know, you have to investigate every excuse me, every signal. So I dug this one because it had a good tone and a low tone, and I've got a little, like a suspender belt buckle. So for every 5 bad targets, I'm getting a good one, and I hope that lasts. Anyway, I'll just see what this has got written on it. It's probably the one normally with Paris on it, and I get a few that have got dates on them as well. The one I have got a date on, a good one, it's 1866. But anyway, I enjoy getting these little buckles because they're what the diggers actually wore to hold their pants up, I suppose, or you know, their suspenders. But anyway, it's a good find. It's going to go in the pocket for sure. Anyway, back into it. Now, I wasn't going to dig this signal because it sounded a bit iffy, because as you can see there's a iron tack there, or the remains of an iron nail. But I persevered, and I've got another one of these little suspender buckles for their overalls or whatever, and that'll come up good with a clean too. I've now got 3 of those, and I've got 2 within the last 10 minutes, so I'm very happy. So I'll make sure I dig even the iffy signals from now on, because there's a lot of iron in this area. Anyway, back into it. He's probably about 25 metres away. You can just see the muscles in him. He really doesn't know what I'm doing at this time. Anyway, I'll leave him alone, get on with what I'm doing, and he can get on with what he's doing, having a bludge. Well, I'm starting to pack up camp now, and I was going to leave early in the morning, but I may as well leave the Savo. It's going at about 6:30, so I should be on the road probably within the next 45 minutes. But when I get home, you know, I'll take the finds downstairs, I'll give them a bit of a clean, and I'll just get the video camera out and let you have a look at them and how many I got. So I did very, very well this trip, but it was a very tiring trip. I just went out, detected for the last 5 hours, and I got 3 rivets and a piece of lead and a pistol ball, but it was still a good day. Anyway, I'll better get into it. I'll see you when I get back. Well, I finally made time to record on the video camera what I found or recovered at my last trip out to the Queensland Goldfields. Okay, you can see the basically the iron insteps that they would have worn on the rear of their boots to give their boots a prolonged life. Okay, and stop them from wearing too quickly. I've also recovered, these are old bits of boxes, you know, and just it had stuff in them, you know, some of the stuff that they needed. Could have been anything, snuff, matches, I don't know. Anyway, you got pieces of copper boxes again. I honestly don't know what these are. I found quite a few of them on the Goldfields. You know, and bits of strapping like this, it's everywhere. Anyway, you've got the lead finds here. I honestly wouldn't have a clue what that one is, and it's the same with the one next to it. It's just lead, and sometimes when you dig it, because you've got such a good signal, you think you've got gold in the bottom of the hole. But for my case, I'm sorry, but no, I haven't. Anyway, I've got some of my bullet finds, as you can see. These are just 22 longs, and then you've got a few pistol belts, musket ball, and some pistol balls down there. As you can see, this is the one I was talking about out when I was out bush. This is the one that's been rammed down the barrel, and you can see where the rod has actually slammed it down. And because it's soft, lead soft, it sort of knocks the musket ball into a shape that fits better into the barrel, to be quite honest with you, so they're really not wasting velocity or powder. Anyway, you've got some nails here and rivets. This is a beautiful old nail, this one. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the size of that, and it's all probably handmade, and that's a nice example. Beautiful example. Anyway, you've got part of the belt here. You've got other buckles here. They're probably more than likely off suspender belts, and 9 times out of 10 they're stamped with Paris, and every now and then you'll get one that'll have a date on it. And if I can just, oop, wrong way around, there we go. If you can see that, I'll get in the light a bit better. 1864, and you can see over top it's got solid, but I think that's the French pronunciation there. It's got the E on the end. Sometimes too they will have, like, see the little coat of arms at the top, and see Paris in the middle, and it looks like G and G Limited or something. I can't find that really, but it's got like a coat of arms in the middle, as you can just see. It looks like 2 lines from my poor eyesight. But anyway, that was a fantastic find, as is all the ones I get. Now, I found quite a few buttons here, as you can see, and they've got a history of their own, because a lot of times they've got whoever made them or issued them have got their names and companies on them, and there's quite a few ones that are rare. This one here, it's off a Vespers matchbox. Okay, I was very, very lucky to get this one because it's quite fragile, but it's got Vestas patent warranted, and it's got the crown in the middle. But that's lucky that one survived, as you can see, and that'll go in the cabinet, and hopefully it'll survive for a long, long time yet to come. Anyway, got the one Chinese coin on that trip. I'm used to getting more, but I think maybe fines are either thinning out a bit, or I didn't try hard enough. But that's a good example of the Chinese coin, and it'll go in my cabinet over here with the other 300 or 400 I've got. This is that 1873 sixpence Victoria. It's quite a nice coin, this one. It hasn't got much wear at all. Now on the reverse side, okay, it's got 6pence, then underneath you can see 1873, and just above it you've got a very, very small 59, and that 59 is the number of the die that was used to mint this coin, because the Royal Mint in London, I think it was, they were actually checking out the coin dies to see how long they lasted. Okay, anyway, this is the find of the trip. As you can see there, it's a belt buckle, cricket belt buckle, excellent condition, and right down here, I don't know whether you can see it, you can just see 3 initials. I think it's TEW, but look at the detail on that. That is absolutely perfect, and it's definitely going in the cabinet. But that's beautiful, that one, and I was very, very happy with that. I was totally exhausted that day and about ready to call it quits and go and put my feet up at my camp, and I pulled this little thing from the ground. Made my day, or made my week, to be quite honest with you. Anyway, that's my finds from the trip this time. Hopefully it won't be long before I get a chance to go out again, but till then, I hope you find what you're looking for. Enjoy your detecting. Goodbye. Now there is one thing I forgot with my presentation of my finds. This bit of cloth here was actually jammed in the back of that belt buckle with the cricket team on it, and it's very fragile, but it's a very, very thin, looks like a very thin canvas. Now that survived in the Australian bush for well over 100 years. So how's that for lasting? And now that'll go in the cupboard as well. Anyway, I'll put some of these finds in the cupboard, and I'll see you later. Bye.